Okay, here we go again for another 10 minutes of my annoying voice. But hey, it's all for the good of mankind, right? Now what we're going to need to do, don't ignore these files, it's just me I haven't done this in a while actually. I sort of stopped because it gets boring, if you're not doing it for money. It's just a bit young, I'm a bit young for doing it for money. So it was just for my knowledge that I'd done it. So these are just for my references, something that your website may look like later on. There's a lot of code, but that's only one page, and it's not a lot actually that's on there. And then that's a CSS file, which what it will look like is something like you can see I've got something that linking to the wrapper and the header there, which is what we're going to be doing now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go File, New. We're going to create a new CSS. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is save this CSS. And top priority when you're making a website is to have your folders organized, because when you upload it to a server and get it on the internet, it has got to look banging and it's got to be perfect for everything to sort of navigate to. It's a lot easier when you're updating your website. So we're going to create a new folder and we're going to call this one CSS, and you're never gonna guess what's going to go in here. Oh yes, our CSS files. Because eventually there probably will be more than one when you implement some JavaScript or something like that, or something else that will rely on another style sheet. So we're going to save that, and this is our style sheet. So let me just, when you're referring to a tag like the body tag, you're just going to type in body. That's how you refer to it. All you've got to do is type in body, and then you click open these little weird brackety things, and I'll zoom in on that so you can see. On my keyboard there next to the P. On Coda you just type open, you type in the open one and it will close it for you. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying. Then the best thing to do is to click enter, enter, enter maybe, and that'll give you a bit of space to work in the body. We're not really going to be working with the body at the moment because we don't need to. We got the wrapper, but let me just show you something. You want a hash? Oh no, wait. Oh shit, I can't even remember. Let me have a look. Okay, you push tab, and then you want to type in background color. On Coda, it automatically fills in a lot of it for you. And then you want to choose your background color. And once you've done that, you want to put a semicolon. So that sort of means, right, next line you can type some more, and you can type in text, color. Let's have a look. No, I think it's just color actually. And then maybe just to show you, we have white. Now we save this, and this should, no, it doesn't automatically link to it. How we're going to link to this is we're going to do //css. Actually, I think it's //css file. We'll have a look. Right, it's just that. So we're just having CSS/style, because that's the CSS bit is pointing to the folder. Maybe I should implement that into my text edit. So we're going to save this. Make sure your thingy's saved, and we're going to preview and hopefully look. There we go. So it's working. That's all we know. Okay. All right. So we don't need this. This is just for demonstration. Our first proper one is going to be the wrapper. And how we're going to identify this and link to it is we're going to have a hash, which is Alt3, or no, we're not. Yeah, we are. Alt3 on a Mac keyboard. I don't know what it is on a PC. We're going to type in wrapper, open it, just like we did just a second ago. And now, this is basically, for the wrapper you just want dimensions really. All you actually you could, if you want a main text throughout the whole website, then you want to set it here. So we've got a wrapper, and I'm going to type in for dimensions, width. Now a standard width I normally use is 960 pixels, and that's because it'll fit on all of the modern screens and some of the older ones that are like something by 960. It fits nicely. Okay, you're going to have a nice border. It will be cards like here and here. So if I set the width for that, and we don't need a height, we could choose a background colour, maybe black, just to show you what it looks like. Every time, I must say, once you're done with a file and you want to preview it, you're going to have to save it, otherwise it won't work. It will just like show you nothing really. Oh shit, what happened there? Okay, what have I done wrong? Alright, we're previewing the wrong file. Make sure you always preview the index file, your HTML file. So we'll preview, and it isn't black. Let me just try the Safari one, there you go. Remember what I was telling you about how shit the thingy was? Here we go. No, that's not very big, is it? But that's because it's adjusting to the size of all of the boxes. As you can see, there's boxes inside it. So what I'm going to do, you want to see that? What I'm going to do is come back to you, because I don't know how long this video is, and I'm going to type out some code, and then you can sort of follow it and see what I've done, and I'm going to guide you through it. So I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've wrote out a lot of the code, which is just basic stuff. It sort of builds up over time, so it becomes to look more than it is. And I'm just going to run you through it now, so you don't have to watch me typing it all out. It looks a bit stupid otherwise. Okay, the first one is obviously our wrapper, and we're going to have a line or a bit of code like this relating to every div tag that we created. Okay, can you see them? Every one will be linked to. Okay, so they have some sort of property. Now the first one obviously is wrapper, which is it's going to be like our main. Div tags are more of boxes than them. When I said these were boxes, okay, and I said it was the wrong thing to call them. Okay, div tags are like boxes of information, cells. Like if you've ever created a website using tables, it's like your cell, okay, but you have more flexibility with it. So our first box is our main one, and we've got our width of 960 because that's the width of the template that I'm going to be designing. The main background color is black and the main text color is white. Okay, so it's pretty simple stuff. At the end of every line or property, you're going to need to put a semicolon, and then when you're writing out a property, you need a colon. So basically, width colon, and then the specification like 960 pixels, and then semicolon, new line, and then you can see it how it works, and this is sort of closing it. That's how you sort of lay it out. You could have it like this. Let me have a look. Like that, so I saw it inside it, but it gets a bit messy after a while, so the way to sort of do it is have it like this. Okay, pretty simple. The next one is the header, which is obviously, it's like, a header, and that all I've done there is set the dimensions for it. And then the logo, which is inside the header, 200 pixels, 150 height. Don't do anything stupid, guys. Make sure that your actual dimensions are adding up. So don't like go put a logo dimensions height 75 and then wonder why it isn't filling the whole of the header. Okay, I've put a float. Float is sort of aligning it. So basically, where do you want it to be? It's going to float to the left or it's going to float to the right. Okay, that's how it works. If you want something to float to the center, you want it in between the left and right. That's sort of how you do it. Change the background color just so I can make the cells clear, or the boxes clear. The title is 760 pixels, so obviously the 760 pixels adds up with the 200 pixels to form 960 pixels, which is the whole width of our website. Can you see what I mean by saying make sure you don't get no stupid numbers adding up, so like it doesn't work out, sort of thing. Now the rest of it is basically the same. I've just given dimensions and background colors to each of the div tags, and we're going to see what that looks like now. Make sure it's saved, preview, Safari, I'm going to refresh it maybe, and that's what it looks like. We've got our 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes there. Okay, well it's actually 5 because this whole top thing is one box. Okay, but you can see how it's going to work out later on we will be implementing pictures, and there's something I just thought I've got to do right now because it looks stupid otherwise. You want to go into style for the wrapper, or the body, actually the wrapper. Let me think without looking what it's going to be. Margin, just type in margin, colon, auto, okay, semicolon, save that. Now we go back to our Safari, refresh it, and there we go, it's in the middle. It looks a bit more professional already. Now the idea of what we're going to do is we're going to change these colours to pictures, and eventually it will build up something like, this is a design I've done. This isn't going to be used for anything. I mean, it was for my dad, but it was just sort of a project I'd done when I was bored. As you can see, this is all basic stuff, seriously is, and it looks pretty nifty. Now my whole point is that these are all, that's something else, but this is these up here, they're images, okay? Images inside the boxes. I could have this, just a plain colour, or I could have these, just a plain colour, and it wouldn't look right, or this, just a plain colour like I've done over here. But as you see, when you sort of add images to it, it makes it look more and more professional, how you designed it in Photoshop or your graphics program originally. Okay, so this is the second tutorial, and the next one will go into a bit more detail of how to implement the template into your website, and then the next one will be on how to put the information in. Okay.